Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you guys are from. Hello and welcome to today's live stream. We're connecting with the source. It's time for us to begin this migration home to the one. And you have a very unique key. You are here for a reason and you have everything that it takes. So I just did a live video, a video then in relation to fitting in, feeling like we don't fit into the world anymore. But that's because we have a very important mission here. So say hello when you're jumping on and let us know where you're from, because this is what we do. We show up and we connect consciously. Our mind is the bridge to this heaven. And together we are anchoring this light. So this is the knowledge that comes through from the heavens or the higher realms, Christ consciousness energy or unity consciousness energy, whatever you want to call it. This comes from your core, your truth, your essence. So this message comes from that. I'm just getting purity of Christ. Hey, Shane. All right, so where are we? Comment so I can give you guys a shout out, okay? Because otherwise it's just so overwhelming and people jump in and jump out. Hey, Christ is King. Lovely to have you here. So I'm from Australia. I'm from the south coast of Australia, New South Wales. And yeah, today we're connecting from all around the world. So you're a neuron, I'm a neuron, and we're connecting, we're creating these golden pathways to one another, connecting to this Christ core. So I am guided to go live through Spirit, through Christ, and it's for a reason, right? So there's light codes, there's Christ codes that come out in these, and you're showing up to anchor this. So we are all seekers. We're all here on this very important mission. We may resonate as chosen ones, as earth angels. We may just have this inner knowing that we're here for big things, but we can't quite connect. Thank you for the roses, Alan. Let me have some water. There's certain keys within you, I'm getting locks, right? So we have all these, what I'm seeing is a treasure chest, right? Thank you, Alan. I see a treasure chest and it's got like a keyhole and everything like that on it. So it's like you are both. You are this treasure chest and you are the key. So the knowledge is like this golden nugget is what I'm seeing. And you have spent this lifetime walking this path, your life path, right? Moving through life, experiencing things as the observer who is trapped in this physical realm of matter, this realm of separation. And I'm just seeing these golden nuggets right now. Like you've had these experiences and you have this knowledge, you have this very powerful knowledge within you. And I'm just seeing like all these treasure chests that are there yet to be unlocked. So it's us really, hey Munzi, it's about us really going within to find ourselves. Okay, so I'm getting to find this treasure within ourselves. Right? So this is the ascension path to Christ. So Christ is consciousness energy. It's a frequency. It's I'm getting ultimate truth and knowing. It's the one. It's the fully evolved, I'm getting spiritually whole self, where you move through from this. It's a journey, right? So we've got the lower self, we've got the higher self. And then when both of these come in together as one, and we merge and we become this holy trinity, this core point. So what I'm seeing is the why, right? And that very core essence where all those things meet, that one dot, right, is the one, right? It's this, I'm getting like a few things, like the Christ core, the creator core, like it's the very seat of the soul, right? And this journey is epic. And you are being chosen, and you're choosing to be here, right? So this isn't about people being chosen and not having to do anything. No, the true chosen, the beings that have come here to embody Christ, to walk this path of ascension, actually choose. They do this through the will of God. Okay, and God isn't anything external to you. It's a part of you, right? So it's a level of ascension where you embody your God self, and that is that last individual aspect before you do merge into the one. Okay, so nothing is external to you. Everything external to you is an illusion. It's there to help you grow and evolve and find yourself, to remember. But what we actually have to do is push through all the confusion. And the one thing, this one key, you stepping into yourself, going within, will change everything. Understanding that everything out there is for your growth, it's for your evolution. All the confusion is there for us to be aware of, consciously see that confusion, see that darkness, so we can go within and heal that. And when we do that, the external reality shifts and changes, right? Because you have shifted and changed. You have raised your frequency, your level of consciousness, and the external reality is a reflection of that. Okay, let's go back to these comments. So Christ is King. You are every character, everything in this external, in this realm of separation. And we do identify with certain aspects or archetypes or archangels, angels, as we are going through these spiritual lessons. So just so you know, you are much more than that. That is one individual aspect, but you are all, right? So we need to embrace the fact that we are the one, we are every character. We are like, you are, I'm getting this God force. So it's like life, you are life. And I'm getting the golden rivers run. I don't know what the hell that is or where that comes from, but I'm just getting the golden rivers run. So what's the difference in starseed with earth angels? So what these things are, we are connecting to certain levels of consciousness on our spiritual journey home. So personally myself, I resonated with a starseed many years ago on my path to ascension. So the particular time points of the blueprint, when I was identifying with being a starseed, I was working with a lot of galactic energies. So I was clearing emotional energies, toxic energies, beliefs, like I'd been healing on all those, but then I moved into clearing all these galactic frequencies from my field, things like reptilian, Anunnaki, all these different demonic type energies, energetic weapons, saboteurs. So I was clearing those frequencies from my field, and I connected with Ashtar, a Palladian, and I also connected with other like galactic beings from Andromeda, and I'm like, I'm a starseed, right? But as I kept healing and clearing these galactic energies from my field and clearing on the solar, let's call it the the solar system, clearing on all the planetary energies and stuff like that, integrating those and moving deeper. Yeah, it was very strange. But I really identified with being a starseed. And I'm like, oh, I'm a starseed. And it's like we get to these points and we think it explains everything. But as we continue to keep healing, we discover deeper parts of ourselves. So it wasn't until like I'd been doing a lot of healing work, and then I started to realize and identify hey, I'm an earth angel. So our perception of who we are changes on this ascension path. And we aren't here to stay fixed and locked to a certain way of being, a certain understanding, a certain truth about ourselves. Those here in the Christ Collective, those that are here to embody Christ, to embody that 144 frequency, to be in alignment with the one, right? En route to the one I'm getting. Like what we need to understand is, what beings need to understand is, you are not fixed, you are fluid. This is the time where the Holy Mother has opened this portal for us to move through. And it's this divine sacred union within ourselves, and as we gain deeper balance, that we will see through the illusion. Now star seeds is very galactic, very, very much based in the physical, right? In the physical realm. There's a lot of new earth 5D talk, which is extremely limiting. Thank you, Alan. It's just extremely limiting. So what we need to understand is that we honor where we're at, right? So if we're identifying with being a star seed and we're being guided to a particular way, we're in resonance with a particular teacher in the external, there's certain things for us to learn from that, right? So this is where we collect those golden nuggets, the golden breadcrumbs. It's kind of like I'm getting Hansel and Gretel, right? So we are here, we're showing up, we're connecting to the Christ, and we're learning the truth of how to operate so we can navigate home, right? To return to our actual truth, our core, our essence. Now, what you think, what you believe, what you know right now is 100% going to change if you walk this path of ascension, to release those frequencies from your field that are not you. It's this unlocking of the spiritual vision. Let me have some water. Yes, I'm an Aussie. Well, we're a leader, Shane. So what happens when you become one and dissolve the illusion, when we figure out the game? It's an ongoing process. Like, I've merged with the one. I'm a messenger. I'm here to lead. But I'm here to find those other beings who are ready to embody this Christ energy so they can too lead. What Spirit says, it's leading the leaders. Like, our job is never done. We have so little time here on this planet right now. So it's really about us learning how to so what I'm seeing is a spinning top, because it's like, okay, so this is it. Our mission never ends, right? Because what this is, the one, the Christ, the perfection, right, is reclaiming itself through you. So I've done this. I share the codes, I share the blueprint, I share the tools, the teaching. I'm the messenger, right, for the Christ. I've done what Jesus did plus more, right? So this is, but that you can do this. This is what comes through from the Christ. It's like, this isn't about ego and putting oneself on a pedestal. It is about empowering others, sharing this knowledge with others so they can do as I have done. That's what the Christ says. You are the light, you are the one, you are this spiritual sun, this source. Now Christ needs to reclaim itself. Like, Christ has reclaimed itself through me. I'm a messenger, I'm a teacher, I'm a guide, right? I share the way to Christ. I share the mind map, the blueprint, all that sort of stuff. But now it's your turn, right? It's our turn to do this together. So it's like Christ it keeps going on again. Christ is reclaiming itself through you. So I am one, right? But I'm not whole. And it's like I never will be, because Christ needs to reclaim itself on this planet. Hang on, I can't explain it. I'm trying to verbalize it. And I don't know if someone can say it better, but it's like, the Christ's work is never done. It's constant evolution on this planet, and it's knowing, it's truth. So the truth must be embodied through all life forms on this planet. But obviously that will not happen because, it's an organic journey of growth where the beings that are choose, they do this, and their truth, the Christ, is reclaimed through them. Right? So it's like I've done that on an individual, level, right? But the Christ is the Christ, it's the all one, right? So it needs to be embodied through you also. So this is what I teach, how to do that. And this is the truth that comes from the Christ, to say you can do this if you choose, and if you are willing, if you are ready to align with this frequency and learn how to actually operate to navigate home to the one, right? So we have our free community over on the God Source, over on Circle, right? It's called God Source Co. Every single week, we have free live streams for the collective, gatherings for the collective to connect, to be able to receive this light. Now, the light is healing. The knowledge, the wisdom that comes through from the Christ actually heals your physical vessel. And the more that you stand up, the more that you align, the more that you show up for yourself, the more healing you receive. And in that healing, right, you are becoming this ripple that is healing the collective. You are healing to dissolve the separation within your body so you can anchor more light. And the more light you can anchor, the more you rise. So it's just this beautiful space where we are standing up, we are connecting, just like here, we're standing up, we're connecting, and anchoring, right? So we're standing up, we're showing up, we're using our attention, our focus, our mind, because your mind is the bridge between both worlds, right? Between the physical and the spiritual, your mind is the bridge. I'm getting it's the pilot, right? The observer, the navigator, right? I'm getting. And so by you joining our live streams, showing up, connecting, asking questions, we are really dissolving more separation. So the more that we stand up, I'm showing up doing these lives every single week. I show up in my free community on Circle. Thank you, Helen, for the roses. And I do my free live streams, right? And every single person that jumps on those live streams and watches and interacts and just anchors the knowledge, like they are playing a huge role. And to honor that process, you are like healing, right? It's like just this giving and receiving, because that's the Christ, that's the one, that's the law of one, right? It's balance. So that's what we're doing in our weekly live streams in our free community on Circle. So if you aren't a member, after this, make sure you follow this and then head over to the link in the bio and join our free community. Just use your email, create a password, and you're in. And introduce yourself, right? And there's a couple of free online courses, of how you can heal even deeper. And if you're ready to heal even deeper than that, right, there is the members circle. So it's really up to you how deep you go. I'm so blessed to have a group of members and initiates who are holding space for myself and us. The fact that they are there, they're enabling myself to be able to get out here and share this knowledge. All right, where are we? Yeah, so Shane, how did I learn to stay in the moment only now that you could recognize the presence of source? Look, this is a balancing act, and because I'm having to heal for the collective as well. So I'm not just healing for myself anymore. I'm healing for the one. So every time I'm getting on here and doing these live streams, I'm creating content. There's darkness being illuminated to me so I can heal that. So yes, I've healed and I've merged and all that sort of stuff, but I still have a huge responsibility, and that's never going to end. So it's like, I mean, I did think once upon a time that once this happened, that I'd be like, but that's not the case. That's not the truth. The truth is we've come here from birth to death. We have a responsibility to the collective, and our responsibility, we do it by healing ourselves. And these things appear to us. These things are within our field, because this is it. I'm connecting. I'm showing up here. So all the people showing up are a part of my energetic field, right? So when people show up and they connect to these live streams, they connect to my content, they connect to my creations, right? They are in my field. So because beings are coming into my field, I have to keep healing, right? Because I am the one, I'm connected to everything, everyone, right? And it's this interconnectedness. In the old world, Antichrist system, where that quantum entanglement, that mess, right? It's something that I'm getting unwind. So it takes a lot of healing to release oneself of that, to be where I'm at, right? But the blueprint and the member circle enables beings to be able to do that. But long story short, let me have some water. It's just a balancing act, right? So there's always going to be people coming into our field. And, this is why there's a lot of spiritual people who become hermits. I'm being shown Merlin, right? And a cave, him living in a cave away from everything, everyone, just because of the solitude and keeping his electromagnetic field clear, right? But as Christ beings, as beings that have incarnated to do God's work on this planet, we must transmute this negative energy within the collective, within our field. And we don't hide, okay? We stand up and we show up for the collective, for one another, right? So you guys are showing up for the collective. I'm showing up for the collective. We're all showing up. We're all connecting as one. So the energies within your field, where it's like this huge energetic container, like where we're healing and freeing the collective of these negative frequencies. So it's, so my work's never done. Your work's, never done, right? And we can experience a higher value reality, more fun, magic, and wonder by tapping into this Christ consciousness energy and beginning our journey going inward. Those that do that stand up and say, hey, I'm ready to connect. I'm ready to learn how to operate and navigate through Christ. You guys are going to be rewarded. Okay. And the reward comes through in these live streams, in the knowledge and the truth spoken. Where are we? Everyone is a universe in their own self. So, I'm not here to convert people or convince people or give people proof. The proof is in, Fred, the proof is in the knowledge. So if you wish proof, head over, join the YouTube, check out the live streams. But then there's a lot of people that just won't, right? So you ask for the proof, yet you'll be pointed to it. Like, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right? That's one of Christ's favorite sayings, and that's okay. Okay. I'm not here to convince or convert. The beings that are meant for this will naturally flow to this, and they will choose to align and see what comes next, right? There's a certain type of person for this journey. And, there's a lot of people, like everyone, there's a lot of people, right, that just don't get this, right? what book are you speaking about, Fred? If you're talking about the Bible, this isn't religious, and the Bible is a tool for the devil in order to deceive. There is certain truths within it, but they're stories, they're parables, just like Adam and Eve. They're all stories. Everything external is an illusion. So by us going within and healing, by questioning, seeking, healing, going inward, the things that once confused us will be made clear. So Mildred Hart, so everything is everything is, so Fred, it's funny because, it's interesting because we have these live streams, right? And I have to share from your core, even though you don't want to hear it, this truth. And it's funny because you're interacting. So we're healing on it, right? So it's a win-win. And although you aren't awakened to this yet, thank you for being a part of this. And Mildred, in relation to Lucifer's and stuff like that, there's a lot of things in our external realm, like a lot of frequencies within our external realm, that being one of them, and we can heal from that. Okay, we heal energetically for that. I've been healing on that for a long time. But so a million other toxins and neurotoxins and stuff like that, clearing those on the energetic and the physical level. And it's a fear thing, right? So many people put so much crap into their body, knowing and not knowing, right? We in the Christ heal energetically. We clear from every level of our field, our physical body, every level, right? So we are literally wiping, clearing things from our, let's say, physical vessel for DNA, but on like subatomic level. Like this goes into consciousness and spiritual work, right? It keeps going, like, zooming in and zooming in and zooming in and zooming in, right? So it's like, if you wish to heal on that, we do that in the members portal, right? So it's like, there are healing tools for us to be able to use these things, this frequency that you've been made aware of, and other frequencies and things that you've been aware of. So we can heal on those. That's the only way to return home to the one, to embody Christ, is healing. It's the only way. And that's hugely, the fact that, like, that's a truth at a level of consciousness, a part of creation, that is a truth, but it's a storyline. And the more that we just keep fixing on that and not doing anything about it to heal it, just shouting it from the rooftops is not helping. That's adding to the fear. That's adding to the dark agenda, right? So it's like you're just playing into the part. Like, it's like, oh, well, if we don't get them to actually put it in their body, at least they'll fear it, and then they'll speak on that and spread fear out into the collective and lower the collective frequency. And so it's like, it's a win-win for them, right? So it's like you're falling into a trap. What we must do is take personal responsibility and think, okay, so the Christ has returned, the knowledge, the truth, the healing, the ascension tools, so we can free these things from our system, so we can start moving and freeing ourselves from that old world matrix system, the Antichrist system, the old world system. There's so much more to life than these fear programs and these agendas. It's about us learning that you need to take personal responsibility because you're creating that, right? Everything external to you is a reflection of the inner work that you need to do. So the fact that you're fixed on that means there's a lot of healing that you have to do around that to be able to move up into the next level, right? So embodying Christ, I've had to do this time and time and time and time again. Certain things like this have come into my field of awareness. These fear programs, all these different things about that, what you're talking about, Mildred. And I've healed on it because there's certain things within your field that need to be released so you can free yourself, free your mind, and start to experience something different. And being in that low frequency earth, it's there's a lot of work to do, right? And there's a lot of healing to do. So there's a lot of fear that we need to free from our field. So there is no judgment because I've been there, right? Just like in the beginning of this live, and I probably will post this into my free community later on the God Source Co. So if you aren't getting to watch all of this, come and join. It's free, and watch the replay. There's heaps of live streams that you can catch up on to get deeper knowledge and healing, deeper alignment into this Christ, so you can really begin this journey of embodying that. So by joining us, by joining our collective on the God Source Co, it's a container, right, for you to hold you, right? And the knowledge comes through. Excuse me. Thank you, Alan. This knowledge comes through to serve you. Oh, thank you, Black Persia. Thank you for sharing. And guys, please share this live. We have a huge responsibility. The more beings that have this knowledge, that anchor this knowledge, the more we can shift this dark program, and all those things Mildred's talking about. We need to shake that system. We need to dismantle that system, and we need to plug people into this healing program where they can really dissolve those frequencies from their field so they can see. I'm getting see life through something eyes. I don't know what I'm getting. Clearer eyes. Thank you much. Thank you so much, Black Persia. Very appreciative for sharing this. Because this knowledge is out there, and it's completely opposite to everything that people have been programmed with in the Antichrist program. The Antichrist program is this frequency of separation where everyone is in a nice little box. Everyone's separate. Everyone's segregated, controlled by beliefs, right? So everyone, the religious beliefs, New Age beliefs, all these different types of knowledge. And I'm just seeing all these boxes. It's like very pixelated in this Antichrist program, very structured, right? And, so this knowledge comes through from the Christ. So it's like this very flowing energy, yet there's structure of that masculine, the father, and the flow of the female. So it's like a very specific, this is a doorway, a gateway, and it's a very particular structure. I'm getting mathematically correct, but it's like, I don't do maths, but I'm getting mathematically correct. So it's a particular structure, a geometry. This is living, breathing geometry, right? And this is as in structure. Whereas the old world Antichrist system, the structure, it reigns from chaos and confusion and conflicts. So we have the divide of this old world system, the Antichrist system. Literally the Antichrist system, the old world of separation goes 6, 6, 6, downward spiral, more fragmentation, more fractures, more separation, more breakdown, right? Here in the Christ, it's the 999. So 9 is that number of spirit. And it's this crystal spiral, right? where originally, before the physical realm, it was pure consciousness. And then there was that thought to create. And from that thought, the physical realm was birthed, right? So through that thought, we've got 9 people watching. That's funny. It's like 6, 6, 6. More fragmentation, more separation, right? Through darkness. So this is where the Christ, I get to share the light, and not the false light, not the false light in all those false light religious programs that talk about Jesus and Christ, all that sort of stuff. Anything that creates emotional reactions within you and your mind is a form of abduction. But that's where and that's, as the observer, as this awareness, we must see that. Like it's like we have to analyze these patterns that we go through and go within and do the inner work to bring ourselves back into center. And it's like when we're in that now moment, it's very, very hard for these intrusive things to take hold. Oh, thank you, Black Persia. Absolutely. Parasites are demons and they feed off, energy, physically, spiritually, have Singlish. Absolutely. And it's very funny, not last night, the night before, in my dreams, depending on what's happening energetically with myself, I'll either have very powerful lessons, or it can be quite difficult. And in my dream the other night, it was like disconnect demons. So, and I was teaching about disconnecting from these demons and sharing how they are like these, what I saw was like my energy field and all these demonic portals, ports, right? Like, what would you call it? Cords, infecting my field. And hang on, let me have, there's certain lines of codes that I need to record into my healing record that I need to input in order to heal those. And that was one of those things that I was, in my dreams, I was in this phase of healing where I was disconnecting. I was disconnect demons. And the way that I was explaining it was like I was seeing the ports, the energetic ports, like where the cords connect, and I was clearing them. And then I was explaining how these are ports and they literally drain the energy force from the field. And this is how we are siphoned from, and it's this life force energy that's being siphoned and all that sort of stuff. I can't remember it clearly, but the gist of it, that was the same sort of thing. So done a lot. Okay, I've got to be careful with what I say because I might get kicked off from talking about this. I just got like a warning. So we heal energetically. We clear the frequencies within our field and we create the boundaries by healing, right? So we identify these frequencies within our field and we heal on them. So in our member circle, our inner circle, our ascension circle, our mastery circle, beings actually get access to the healing and ascension tools, right? To heal on the first 9 steps of the blueprint, of your blueprint. So you can clear all these emotional energies, these beliefs, these toxins, just like Martha was speaking about, we clear that. We clear all these different, we clear demons and archons and energetic weapons and all that sort of stuff, to free ourselves from those frequencies within our field. And at certain parts of my ascension, I have been, particularly around when I was working with the Grail, so my vessel, I had to do a couple of parasitic cleanses over a couple of years, and it was like around February, I think it was, where Spirit was saying, I have all these holes in my grail. And I was literally shown these parasites that were within my vessel that were causing these holes, right? Where this energy was being leaked from, right? So it was all about containing my force, right? And I was shown a cup with all holes in it, right? So I had to energetically heal and clear for those parasites, and right, and heal physically as well. So it's very interesting. Like we're guided to do certain things on this path, you know. And very early on, before my initiation, right, to the Christ, back in 2019, 2016, or I was 2014, I started doing Reiki. I think 2016, I started using plant medicines and like getting off all the pharmaceutical drugs that I was on, because I was at a point where I was so sick for so many years. I had really bad headaches for years and years and years, right? So I was taking all these medications so I could function, so I could go to work, right? And no matter what I did, it was just so much pain. And then because I'm taking all these pain meds for my head, my digestive system, everything just was failing me. I was taking allergy pills every day. I was taking sinus pills. I was taking my Lanta for my gut. I was taking stuff so my gut could actually move, so I could actually use my bowels. It was just horrible. So 2016-ish, I started using plant medicine, doTERRA. Someone introduced me, and I, along with that, and juice fasting and learning about deeper energy work and deeper ways of healing, like that, I was led, I was guided. I was able to get off all those things, right? So there's so many things that we put into our body, knowing and not knowing, right? And like we're doing so much harm to ourselves. But this is your journey, this is your way, and you are going to be guided through your Christ self, your inner guide. And in our free online community, in the God Source Co, there's a free online course called Self-Test Method. So that's the way that we use in the Christ, where we get into that now moment, and then we ask because this is us fine-tuning our divine instrument, right? Because yes, we are in this fallen system, and we are connected up to all these things that are just taking from us, right? So your inner guide wants to guide you home. Right? You need to fine-tune your divine instrument, and it's very, very simple. So we go through that in the self-test method. Very quick, very easy online course where you can get to know yourself deeper, and you can start to learn from your higher self, right? Now, in saying that, there are a lot of things that are blocking truth within your vessel right now. So this is why we just ask about things in the moment, ask about things, you know, to do with our health, right? I use it with my essential oils and stuff like that. You can find out food intolerances, what your body wants, what it doesn't want, all that sort of stuff, right? And try to honor that. And it's not easy all the time. Okay, because we have these dark, I'm getting infiltrators. We have these attachments that don't want us to succeed, that don't want us to grow. They want to keep us down and stuck. But this is the inner battle. This is the battle between, at the root, the core, the essence, it's the battle between your higher and your lower self. And you are the mind, you are the bridge, and it's all about us and being anchored in that now moment, so we're not swayed, right? So we can have greater strength, greater discernment. Thank you so much, Black Persia, for sharing again. So Black Persia, I really hope you can join us in the God Source Co. You know, we need beings that I'm just saying no, right? So there's a lot of beings that have been, I'm just saying the word no, like K-N, oh, okay. I was like, why do you keep showing me no, right? Like K-N-O-W. And Spirit says the key is the now. So K-N-O-W. So K for key is the now. So it's about knowing where you are. Like it's about, okay, so know is in the now moment, and what, like the I'm getting the information field that we're in, and honoring that now moment and healing on that, so we can shift that, so we can know more, so we can get deeper knowledge. In the Christ, with our healing and ascension tools, we have the record, which is a record of our knowledge. It's a ledger of our knowledge. So what we do, where as the observer, Spirit, our Christ self, gives us input. It gives us information. And then we honor that, and we heal on it, right? So we write it on our record. It's a ledger for our knowledge. So what we're being guided to right then in that moment, we write down. So the K on my computer has not been working. You have to push it down several times. Oh. And it's funny, I can see there's like, it says how many people are watching, and then there's someone has a K. Someone's name starts with a K, or their little image is a K. And it's so funny. So everyone is valuable. Everyone holds so much value, I can't even say value, right? And it's the knowledge that you're like where you're at right now that is the key. That's what Spirit's saying. And that's why Spirit's trying to get this word know, because what you know is going to shift. It's going to change if you choose to walk this ascension path, and you're going to access deeper truth. And this puzzle, you're going to put this puzzle together. You're going to build on what you already know. Oh, okay. There is a living library, the Akashic Records, or Hall of Amenti. This is, and this is it. This is where we use where we're at right now. And this isn't about, oh, Nadine says this, so I'm going to align to her truth. No, this is where you honor where you're at, and the information, the knowledge that you're, like the information fields that you're in now, because this is it. Your way is the way home to one. You are the key. So we use everything in the external. We use the inner sensations, the feelings within our body. We use everything that's being illuminated to us to heal on that. And that's when you gain deeper knowledge, like these gifts from God. That's when you gain those gifts from God. There's so many exciting angles of creation, and it's just beautiful. And and certain things that you know now, in time on this path of ascension, if you choose to walk with us, certain things that you once believed, they will be rearranged and simplified into something way deeper, and you'll be like, oh my God, right? So these epiphanies, these aha moments, these magical moments of truth, it's just, this whole journey is so, like, it's exciting, it's fun. Shane said, this is this inner guidance, this self-discovery. All right, the things that you're going to learn about yourself is phenomenal. That's right. And Black Persia, you said there's so many things in which we need to heal. We need to do so much healing on that DNA and the ancestry stuff, right? There's so much, right? There's so much healing on every level. And the kingdom of heaven is within us because it's a frequency in which we access, right, through healing. So this is the healing that comes through from the Christ. It's the frequency. It's been done, and now it's your turn, right? So it's up to you to choose, right? So this is what we get, right? And for those beings that stand up and invest in themselves, they show up. They bear witness to this, Spirit is saying. It's like, yeah, so we're here to really work on our DNA and really prolong life, right? So this is where we're really activating our divine DNA, our divine helix. I'm getting the divine helix. I'm seeing like I'm seeing a holographic DNA, and it's like this bright white. It's like the blueprint, the divine blueprint. I'm getting because that's eternal, right? It's infinite. Within our physical vessel, there's a lot of things that degrade over time. But we're here to really plug into the source, to clear energetically those things that are causing the damage so we can reverse things, right? Hi, Ford. I'm great, thank you. Hi, Joseph. Yeah, so there's so many things within the external realm, so many dark agendas that are to take from us, that are keep us in this low frequency, keep us in this fear, right? There's a lot of deception out there, even with the 5D talk, so deceptive, so disabling, so limiting. The Christ is the infinite, okay? And this stairway to heaven, like there's many steps, right? The 48D moves into the infinite, right? It's like this, the moving ourselves from the physical realm of matter to pure consciousness, truth. And every step, every dimension is a deeper truth. Every time as we unlock a higher dimension within, we access more clarity. I'm getting more spiritual truth. So this journey is about clearing the separation within our vessel, dissolving it, right? Clearing all those things that you're talking about to be able to be a living vessel. I'm getting to host the one, like to clearing the separation to be a house of Christ, right? To house Christ, like to be a host, like I'm seeing like a host, I'm seeing Jesus with a microphone. That's so funny. Like that's so funny what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing Jesus with a microphone. It's this embodiment process where we are, the more darkness we dissolve and release, the more space we make for this living light of Christ. And within all these stories, Black Persia is certain angles of truth. All these stories, the Adam and Eve story holds so many different multi-dimensional teachings, and as you rise, as you unlock higher dimensions, you see different angles of those. Like it's like you see these stories from a different angle and extract all this deeper truth, right? It's very amazing. So everything that we know right now in our member circle, like we heal on. The things that spirit is presenting us with, we heal on, right? The things that we want to know more about, we heal on. So as we heal, we release, we dissolve the darkness, the deception, to tune into the deeper truth of why we're seeing that, right? So on this journey to embody Christ, I had to embody Sophia, embody Christos. I had to have my divine sacred union, balance the both. Kept moving on through higher dimensions. Then I become the mother and the father and create this portal, and it's like this whole, there's all these different angles and things that I've been shown and guided through. But the number one thing that I've had to do is heal on it, to extract that truth and unlock that lesson. So in our member circle, I get to do that. I get to create that space for you where you can do that. And we're healing on the blueprint, right? So our 3 membership tiers, the first level, the inner circle, is the first 3 levels of the blueprint. 1, 2, 3, where we're clearing on that sacred geometry, the tetrahedron. We're clearing on the electromagnetic field, the torus field, and the Metatron's cube. So the Metatron's cube is that foundation for your light body, right? So it's very, very powerful. And there's a lot of things that we're healing on energetically. And you are the key, though, because there is the foundations of that blueprint, the healing program, right? So the frequencies that you're able to heal, because you're attuned to that frequency in that member circle, you use the input that you receive from spirit, and you're creating your very own healing program also. So your way is the way to one. So it's like you use the knowledge that you're being presented with to unlock deeper truth, deeper knowing. So, but I have to heal constantly. I'm healing constantly to be able to keep that space open. To be able to do this, right? This is where the Christ has returned, but the Christ doesn't get to hide in a mountain and lock oneself away from all the noise to keep my field clean. No, I have to get out there and heal, and I have to show up. I have to do these live streams to connect with everyone, to clear the darkness, to assist in this purge. So us, the collective, can anchor more light. You know, I have to create these very specific gateways of healing where beings choose to invest in themselves and connect and stand up and heal for the collective, like to keep this, it's just this beautiful structured, it's just structure, right? Divine structure. And these things that I've created, that I create, come from the one. And it's like so many times I've been like, oh my God, like, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? But I have to go within and learn how to do this. And I actually have to take action and do stuff, right? And this isn't about any old world external programs or coaching things where like someone can tell me what to do, because I have to learn from the Christ what to do, and I have to set it up in alignment with the Christ. So everything external to us is the Antichrist, because it's the external, it's the separation, it's the illusion, right? So we can use those things that Christ guides us to. It's like, oh, okay, this feels good, I'm going to do this. That feels good, I'm going to do that, right? But as for following someone else and doing someone else's way, that's not the way of Christ. That's falling for a trap, right? So in the Christ, we have this knowledge that comes from the Christ, But with the healing and the ascension tools, it's like you have the healing program, but that's only one piece of the puzzle, because you actually have to go within and heal and input, create your healing record. So yeah, it's crazy. And it's cool because I get to meet people who are very Christ-like in their thinking, who do use their mind the way that it was created, like Shane, Black Persia, like where you're talking about different angles of creation and different ways, yet you're not, it's like, but you're open. Like, it's like, it's just that very, I'm just seeing that now moment. It's like taking it as it comes and not being that fixed in your belief that you discount things that you're hearing right now in these live streams. You know what I mean? Because the Christ can only be heard. I'm getting with those with ears to hear. The Christ and the knowledge from the Christ is multidimensional. It's infinite. It's eternal. It's creation. And we are all a part of creation. You are a creator. I'm a creator, right? So it's about us learning how to go within and balance ourselves, right? Walk this tightrope, right? Black Persia talking about duality there. We have the dark and we have the light, right? And we have this 28-day cycle that we move on every single month where we're doing this balancing act. We're going through the light phase. We're going through the shadow phase, light phase, shadow phase, light phase, shadow phase. And it's like so hard to find our bearings, right? So it's about us healing to balance ourselves by us honoring the input Spirit is gifting us, healing on that, even though it's dark and it's difficult and we struggle emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, as this stuff surfaces for us to heal on, right? It's like, it's just one of those things, isn't it? That's it. We've got so much stuff. We've got so much stuff out there, we've got all this fear and stuff like that. But then we've also got the false light, right? And the false light is even more damning because beings are fixed to these false light programs. They're fixed to the external. They're fixed to this Jesus character. They're fixed. And these things are in the external. So they're fixed to the illusion. And because they're fixed to the illusion, they keep feeding their light. They just keep giving their divine energy away and staying fixed in the program. So it's so we have so many different angles, and this is why there's so many. It's like there are so many beliefs out there, and people are in this frequency. They're in this particular consciousness band, and they're controlled by beliefs and stuff that from ancestors, and like they're just. It's like, hang on, I'll just do this. Yeah, so they're caged, right, through these beliefs because the mind is the bridge. We have the physical, we have the spiritual, but the mind is the bridge home to the one. It bridges the physical and the spiritual, the mind. This is your pilot. This is how you find your way home. And this is why the mind in this external realm, everything is set to confuse people. And all these different beliefs, these separation programs. And it's like, well, who is right? Well, how many gods are there? Which God is right? Which one is wrong? It's like, no, this is how this devil energy this iconic energy, this old world matrix system, this antichrist system rules. It's because we're confused. So, but we use that confusion and we heal on it to be able to find our bearings, to balance ourselves. So it's about marrying the left and the right, right? Bringing it into one, connecting them. So this is our hand pose in the Christ. So those that are in our free community over on the God Source, like you guys get certain operational features. And next year is the year where that community is going to take off. So there is so much content in there for you right now to to catch up on, and highly recommend do that self-test method. Start getting to know your inner Christ, your inner guide. We have to be in that now moment and really use what we're being given. 2026 is going to be amazing. It's like number one, it's like this new beginning. And look, since 2019, the momentum and how difficult it has been, it's just escalated. It's been, so I'm very excited for next year, because it's like through the years, the knowledge that I've had to unlock, it's like this rose that's been blooming. And as it blooms, you see more of that beautiful rose. Now what I'm seeing is the rose. I don't know what it's called. Is it rose hip or something? Just seeing the rose hip. Like I'm seeing this rose, and then it's like this rose hip. But is it like a seed or something? I don't know what the rose hip is. Is it, after the rose is bloomed and then there's that seedy looking thing? Does anyone know what that is? Because that's what I'm seeing. And it's like, but the way that I'm seeing it is it's like a seed where rose bushes grow. So it's like you have bloomed, like Spirit's saying to me, you have bloomed. It's like this completion phase. And now you get to watch others bloom. So that's what it's all about. Yeah, what is the rose hip? Because I'm getting like Spirit sort of saying it's like a seed where rose bushes grow from. But I don't really know what the rose hip is. But anyway. Oh, absolutely. Spirit uses TikTok algorithms. Like so many times, I will be in a funk or something, and then Spirit will give me a message. Like, I'll stop on a particular reader. I may not have ever seen them before, or I may have seen them before and scrolled past 100 of theirs. But I'm guided, like with that inner guidance, to just stop and hear that message. And it is so spot on. Oh, that's beautiful. And it's all about us being, right? It's so funny because, this word be and how bees work, in cooperation. But this now moment, it's all about being, like BE. It's all about us being present, being in the now moment. That is the true gift. So it's all these little signs in nature, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And on this path, the Christ uses these symbols like roses and bees and ants and all that to communicate certain messages. And it's just really amazing. Oh yeah, and of course the hexagon, the sacred geometry in which they, create their hive, and it's just gorgeous. That's it. So we just need to be present in that now moment and understand, like Spirit saying, that too shall pass. You know, we are going through some extremely difficult times in our lives. You know, we really have these experiences, but this is a part of this process where we are purging these things from our field. And the other part of it is we need to see these things. We need to be aware of these things so we can heal on them, so we can move through them, move past them. This is where those beings that find this, you know, you're being presented with a choice to align with the Christ and begin this journey of going inwards and reclaiming your divine right, your divine birthright. It's all a choice, and it's a two-way street. And I'm seeing the median strip in the middle. So I'm seeing 2 lanes of road, but then I'm seeing the median strip. So Spirit really wants to make this now moment. It's like all about the now moment and us receiving. So if you're ready to receive, say it. I'm ready to receive. Come and join our collective effort. We are standing up for one another. We are here to support one another and really just see each other shine, because we all are so unique and we all have these different ways of seeing, and we all have these different parts of the matrix that we're sitting in, you know, but it's those beings that are open and willing to take the action and do what needs to be done. You know, and this isn't about judging others, right? This is about, yes, you're fixed in a particular program right now. It's being illuminated to you. We just don't want to play into the darkness and feed our light to it by fearing it, by trying to convince others of it. And, you know, so it's this is it, and it's about experiencing life, being in that now moment and just understanding that too shall pass. And, you know, we really need to be anchored and locked and grounded, and as we do that, the more ironclad, I'm getting more protected we will be by being in that now moment. We can't change the past, and we mustn't worry about the future, because what is in store for you, if you can really anchor down and be in this now moment, be present, like what the future is golden for us. We are going to be gifted by standing up for one another, by supporting one another, by just being. Josh, I take action, but then I revert. Yeah, same. Like these patterns are, and these things that we do, there's reasons, right? And, you know, one of my things is when I am going through these tough spiritual lessons, it's very difficult to make positive changes, right? And, you know, food is something that, like when I'm in the darkness, there's a lot that I'm working with. These bad habits arise, right? And, you know, and these things are there for us to be aware of. They're there to help us grow and push through. You know, all the different ways and angles in which I've used in my healing to try and stop being so addicted to sugar or chocolate or you know, all these different things. Like we're not perfect. And, you know, this journey to Christ isn't about being perfect. This is about riding the wave. And this is about transmuting the darkness to alchemize. So this is, we are every 28 days, every month, we're going through these phases, light and dark, shadow, light, right? Where we're purging, we're releasing, and then we are anchoring. So it's like we're purging, releasing the dark to be able to anchor more light. And in this anchoring of more light, I've got 77 battery and 7 people watching. 777. Yeah, I love my sugar too. Oh, it's terrible. And yeah, so it's this isn't us to be hard on ourselves, because, and that's it, on this journey for so long, I'm like, well, why can't I just do this? I remember before my initiation to Christ, I was doing yoga, I was so healthy, I was doing all these things, and it was amazing. But I was sort of in this, I wasn't like doing energy healing work. So I wasn't releasing darkness and anchoring light. I wasn't releasing darkness and anchoring light. And I was I was in this comfy spot. I was in the comfort zone where I was just doing these programs. I was very robotic, let's say, where I had things changed when I began this embodiment process, when I began healing. But this is it, the more stable, this is it. Spirit is just saying, the more that we figure out, as we figure out what we're here to do, like these things, these issues are there to guide us and point us in a certain direction, or there's a lot of spiritual warfare out there. So these things, these negative habits that we have, a lot of it can be put down to spiritual warfare. And because we're healing, look, all I can say is that on this journey, as I'm going through healing, these negative frequencies affect me in a negative way. But these negative frequencies are in my field because I'm in the process of releasing them, or I'm being made aware of them so I can release them, right? So I can make more space to anchor light. So to ascend, to merge with one's spiritual self takes a lot of work, and spirit is going to illuminate where we need to heal and what we need to focus on for that, right? So spiritual warfare or not, it's us. It's us orchestrating this. It's the lower self versus the higher self, and us freeing ourselves from the shadows to anchor light. Like it's just this whole thing, right? And that's why this mission, this journey is so exciting at times, because as we do that deep inner work and we come up against those patterns and we make those shifts, like we just see deeper, and we have deeper understanding of who we are and the patterns that we move through. And it's like an exercise. The more that we go through this, it's like consciousness exercise. The more that we work through this, the deeper we see, and the deeper we see, we have that inner knowing of, okay, that too shall pass. You know that you're clearing, you're doing a lot of work. So just the other day, I was doing a lot of purging on disconnect demon, right? So disconnecting all these demon energies for the collective, and for you guys showing up, for my members, for, it was this whole thing that I'm healing. So I'm having to transmute that. So one of the symptoms of that, clearing all those demonic energies, frequencies from my field, from the Christ, because the Christ is the one, it's all of us, right? So one of the symptoms of having to clear these dark energies is I have issues with food, right? So I'd been doing so well for a month, right? I was like working out, doing a short little exercise and going for a walk. And I was sort of eating semi-healthy because I'm still sort of going through a lot of, doing a lot of transmuting and purging and healing and all that sort of stuff, right? But yesterday I was like, I went and had McDonald's for breakfast, right? I didn't have my walk. I went to McDonald's for breakfast. I did manage to do my walk. I did manage to do my workout, but I'm experiencing a huge amount of physical pain within my body because I'm doing a lot of transmuting and purging. There's a lot of things that are being released, and it happens through the physical vessel. So it's like I pull in these negative energies from the field around, and I literally turn it to gold. So I pull in these frequencies to heal them. It's like a purifier. I'm like a purifier. The Christ is a purifier. That's very interesting. And that's what we are. We are here to purify this planet. So we're going to experience these negative things, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual issues, imbalances. But that's happening because we are literally pulling that energy into our body to purify it, right? Transmuting it to alchemize it, turning the darkness to gold, right? That's what we're here to do. And this is why we've suffered all of our lives, because we have been this since we have incarnated on this planet, but we haven't known that. So we have literally like had so many dark times, and because of the healing that we're doing. So now is the time that Christ returns and says, this is why it's happening. Join us. The more of us that connect, the more stable we will feel, the more grounded, the more light we will be able to pull in to our collective, the more powerful we will be. And not powerful like, ha, 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 ha. It just means the more stable, like the more inner strength we will have by us joining forces, by us unifying. So that's why it's so important. Press that follow button, visit the link in my TikTok thingy or in my bio, join our free God Source Co community and join us on Fridays for the live stream. As we connect, we heal, as we're doing it together. Okay, so we're all connecting to the source. So we're all connecting to the open source program. So we're fine tuning our vessel by us showing up every single week and anchoring the knowledge. We're healing, right? So powerful. Like the powerful work that you have done by joining us. And if you haven't watched this whole live, this will be uploaded in our free God Source community later. And Spirit's just saying, show yourself, right? Say hello. Come and join our free God Source community and say hello. Interact in the videos, the comments. This is about cooperation. And just like we're talking about the bee before, I'm Queen Bee, Spirit's saying. So this is where we're all working together. The Queen Bee is like the core, the Christ core, right? The source, the 0 point where the bees draw their, I don't know, it's like this, it's like where this order comes from, right? Where this order, it's this core of the Christ core. And this is it. This is the queen where the divine feminine has returned. So this is the Holy Mother's return, creating this order. I'm seeing the cup, the Mother's eternal springs pouring forth. This isn't about old world patriarchal systems. This is about divine balance with the Mother and the Father. Father is spirit. Mother is here in matter. And it's about us balancing our masculine and feminine energies. So unfortunately, believing in Jesus is not going to save you, because Jesus actually wanted you to go within and follow your heart. See that you are the light. And he spoke up about these systems. These systems created Jesus as an idol to siphon your divine light. So as long as you believe in the external Jesus, you will not be saved, because Jesus was teaching you how to be a savior, just like him. So if you wish to learn how to operate through the true Christ and understand what and access Jesus's teachings for real, right? Join us. Okay, that is the way home to the one. This is what he did. If you want to do what he did, join us. If you want to stay fixed in the system that's taking from you, that's siphoning from you, that's telling you lies to keep you in that trap, it's a choice. But those that show up and do the inner work, we're healing for you guys. Absolutely, Joseph. We all have the ability to reach a Christ consciousness. We have to do our inner work. Thank you for the heart, or Oran, or Han. Oh, sorry, I don't know. Sorry. Thank you, beautiful. That's it. This is about where we're standing up and we are ready to embody the Christ, and we do that through knowledge and wisdom. It's been done. Now it's your turn. So join us to learn how to align with the true Christ and not the false light Christ, because the true Christ is within you. Okay? So Jesus Christ outside yourself, false light, illusion. You want to know Jesus? Do what he did. Go within. Love you guys so much. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for joining and interacting. It absolutely makes my day, because for so long on this journey, we felt alone, haven't we? And, there's certain ways that we think, and that just, people don't get us, and people don't resonate with us, because we are these Christ-like beings who use our mind, and we look at different things. We see the symbolism, and we're guided to certain things. We're seekers, right? We are seekers, and I'm just seeing soul family. It's just so exciting to see that I'm not alone, that we're not alone, and together the Christ has created a space in that circle community. So come and join our God Source community and start healing. Can't wait to see you over there. And look, when you come and join, say hey. All right. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for the shares. Just thank you for being you. And all right, I could keep talking all day, right? Because I live for this. All right. Bye.